February the 14th. You see, to some, this is just another day of the week. I didn't intend for that to rhyme, by the way. To some, it is a magical day of mystery and malice and malicious intent and sexual innuendos and declarations of love and lust. And while these broads will be practicing their card jitsu, doing their meat maxing, and running through the hot dog gauntlet, us leftover men will get nothing at all. And believe you me, that is perfect. And you as a man, you shouldn't want it any other way. Believe me. Because you see, brothers, Valentine's Day is an egregore, right? And for those of you who don't know what an egregore is, I'm sorry, I'm putting on my schizo brain for a second. But an egregore is basically a thought or an idea which is powered by intention, and it influences the behaviors of the recipients either consciously or subconsciously. More or less witchcraft, right? And I'll give you some personal experience. I couldn't believe how many men I witnessed walking around with big bouquets of flowers. Huge bouquets of flowers, chocolates, hamper bags, right? Like they stayed in a 5-star restaurant yesterday on February the 13th, right? Friday the 13th, which is supposed to be an unlucky day. How ironic, you can't even make this up. Friday the 13th, and then you got Valentine's Day the day after. That is like the perfect alignment. Right? They looked like damn clowns. And the only thing missing was the red nose and the red boots. And I'm not jealous of them, and I don't want any of you guys listening to be jealous of them either. Because the gumpery is so strong. It's so strong. It's embedded. It's not even surface level. It's deep within the souls of these men, right? The spell has been cast. It's like Attack on Titan, right? You know when Zeke Yeager screams and then the Eldians transform into Titans. That's what happens on February the 14th. That's what happens with these gumps, right? They're running around like headless chickens, digging into their savings, going into debt, robbing Peter to pay Paul. They will even put their children in the hands of others to partake in this themiurgic ritual. And you think that's something to be jealous of? You think that's something to, I'm alone on Valentine's Day. I haven't got a woman to worship on this day. Are you kidding me? What are you missing out on? It's absolutely pathetic. My question to these men, is your nagging wife any different to the 13th of February? Does she look better? The box better? What changed? Does this offering prevent her from leaving you once you run out of use? Because these are questions that I want to know. Even in my blue pill days, even when I was in relationships, I never partook in Valentine's Day. I didn't, believe it or not. I can't even recall one time. And that's why I've said to you guys, even when I was a blue pill, I weren't really a blue pill, because some of these views and thoughts, I always had them in the back of my mind, because I personally can't love them. You know, there's a great saying, right? And it's a perfect time to bring it up. There's a great saying. You can either love women or you can like women, but you can't do both. And I truly believe that. I can't love them because I know who they are. I know what they're like. I know what their intentions are with me. No matter what mask is hidden behind, I know that I'm just a resource. I'm just being used for some benefit, and the love is fake. And I know that. That's why I can't love them. And I've always felt like that. And although I've done some stupid things in terms of putting myself at risk for them, or putting myself in a position of vulnerability for them whilst I was in a relationship. I never loved them. No. Obviously, I don't believe in the concept of love. Listen, if I've been in relationships with women and, they've been fine for the most part, but they always start well, but they eventually turn into the same creature. They stop contacting you, they start acting funny, they start disappearing, they become harder to hold of, and then they disappear. And every man is susceptible to that. It doesn't matter if you're high value, low value, whatever. They're all the same creature at the end of the day in terms of how they view us. But I like them. I like their bodies and I like how they feel. But that's about it. And there's nothing wrong with that. I can't stand these guys that say, oh, that's kind of gay. Do you just want to be around men all the time? Who told you that was the alternative? No, I'd rather be by myself. And when I'm around them, I'd rather be rubbing skin. I'm a very simple man. And I think that is something that's been lost in today's society because men of the past, they kind of understood this. They realized and they understood the quote unquote nature of humans. They understood relationship dynamics. They understood what it was to be a man. I can't be surrounded by them too much. Why? Because of the nagging, because of the nonsense, because of the jester maxing, because of the irrelevant conversations. Nothing profound, nothing deep and meaningful. Just gossip or hearsay or fantasy. I like money. Right? I care about health. I care about money. Those are the things that I'm interested in. I like philosophical conversations, deep, meaningful conversations about the past, if we need to discuss things that have occurred or things which we're planning to do in the future and the practical steps we can take towards them. History, religion, the cosmos. That's the sort of things I like to talk about. And I haven't met any female that can engage me on the level that I'm at in regards to these topics. So I'm very simple in that regards. So I don't mind having a bit of, light-hearted conversations with them, but eventually that runs its course. That becomes boring after a while, right? Sorry, this shit's hilarious, man. This shit's hilarious. Like, even today I was going on, I was scrolling the internet. I was looking on Twitter and everything. And I could see all these jesters, just, oh, look what I did for my woman. Look what I done for her with all their 5-star hotels with the roses on the floor. And in my head, I'm just thinking, mate, you're not the first one to do this and you're not going to be the last. You're on display for the world to see. You're on display for the world to see and you think you're doing something impressive. You think you're doing something special. You think she hasn't experienced this before. Oh, man, you can't take these guys serious, bro. You cannot take them serious, man. And I look at Valentine's Day as a humiliation ritual of the highest order, right? And they just use it to establish who is truly the wielder of power in your relationship. That's all it's for. That is all it's for. Make no mistake about it, right? If Valentine's Day was equitable, or if we're being charitable, right? And if women really understood the nature of men and how you've been, quote unquote, holding it down for the relationship all year, and you've been faithful to her and paying her bills and making sure you lot have got a roof over your head to survive in, right? Would it be too much of an ask for a threesome, right? Do these women order you a big booty Latina to have for the night? Not at all. Not at all. It's all about her. It's all about the femiurge. And you, as a man, you're going to placate, you're going to grovel, and you're going to kneel at the altar. Worm.